former President J. Kufuor, and former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Your Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, and your spouse, Her Excellency Hajia Samira Bawumia, members of Steering Committee, members of National Executive Committee, members of National Council, our dear delegates of the annual Delegates Conference, our revered minority leader, our members of Parliament, our revered National Council of Elders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to present the state of our party to delegates. We went into our elections in 2024. Our hope, our prayer was for us to win the elections. But as the will of God is not the will of man, we couldn't win the elections. After our defeat, the party never sat down. The party, through National Council, the second highest decision-making body of the party, constituted a committee referred to as the Elections Review Committee, chaired by Professor Aaron Michael Kwe, to go around the country to inquire from the rank and file of our party and to ascertain the reasons why we couldn't win the elections in 2024. The committee completed their work and reported to the National Council somewhere in April. The committee made several recommendations, some involving amendment to our constitution. And based on that, the National Council, which is the second highest decision-making body of our party, constituted the amendment committee chaired by lawyer Frank Davis to look at proposals from Professor Aaron Michael Kwe's committee, to look for proposals in 2021 when we met in Kumasi, to also receive proposals from our external branches, our TESCOM, our youth wing, and from the rank and file of the party. The committee completed their work, and in line with Article 19 of our Constitution, we are here today to look at the proposals that were submitted to the amendment committee, which has been grouped into motions, which is made up of 56 motions for National Delegates Conference to take the decisions on the motion. Today we are gathered here as National Delegates Conference, but it's important that we also, just as the National Treasurer said, just as the National Organizer also said, to show our esteemed appreciation to some personalities who made it possible for us to meet today as conference. Indeed, the party is extremely grateful to our former Vice President, His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, for the massive support he gave to us to be able to organize this conference. With a round of applause, let's show appreciation to the former Vice President, His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia. Again, we also want to show our deepest appreciation to our former Member of Parliament, Ascent Central, Honorable Kennedy Akoprakon Ejapon, for the massive contribution he also made it possible for our conference to come on. We are also grateful to our MP for Abetifi, Honorable Brian Echampong, for also making significant contribution for us to be able to hold this conference, and also MP for Bosonche constituency, Honorable Educhum. We are also very grateful. The Finance Committee, we are grateful for the support, the work that you did. Madam former Chief of Staff, we are also very grateful for the work that you did for us. Ladies and gentlemen of Congress, conference that whatever decision that we are supposed to take today, do not look at individuals. Do not look. I report to conference that the National Council, after several deliberations, several engagements, several consultations, have come and given that directive that on January 31st, 2026, the party shall hold its president. And the Patriotic Institute is a game changer for our party. An institute that is going to train, give orientation to all the rank and file of our party at NEC, came to the firm conclusion that indeed the NPP had won the elections at Ablekumanov. We had all our the electoral commission decided to call for a rerun. On principle, we felt that, and this is very dangerous for our future politics and future elections. Ladies and gentlemen, any intention, respect authority, performance from the NDC government, and Ghanaians know to their problems. But at the end of the day, they want to vote for an opposition party that is ready for power. And therefore, inactions that seeks to divide us, that bring acrimony, that bring tension to us, need the watch of His Excellency John Mahama and the NDC government. Ghanaians are asking the NDC questions. Ghanaians are asking President John Mahama, you promised us that you are going to reset the country for the better. You made noise about Galamsey in Ghana. Today, what is the state of Galamsey in Ghana? To the extent that in his own backyard, in his own constituency, Galamsey is everywhere. Galamsey there, Galamsey where, Galamsey everywhere in Bale Bamboy constituency. President Mahama, Ghanaians are also asking you, what is the position of the NDC on the LGBTQ bill? You have gone silent on it, and Ghanaians are asking questions. Religious bodies are asking questions. That the promise that you made, suffering with your D-levy, the hardship on us is something which is very unbearable. And Ghanaians meant mass terminations of appointments. People who have worked in government institutions without necessarily having any political affiliations have been told to go home under your government. Is it the 24-hour economy you promised us, which meant mass dismissal and termination of appointment? Fellow Kukudais, ladies and gentlemen, let's...
From the General Secretary.